Today, I'm doing an early review on these two new condos at Tampines Street 94 and Tampines Street 95, which are very near to Tampines West MRT station. These two plots of lands are diagonal to each other. Street 94 plot is private condo and Street 95 plot is executive condo. Why am I doing one video for two unrelated condo? Because they are so close to each other and people who are considering the private condo may also want to consider the EC and vice versa. The macro information for this review can be applied to both the private and the executive condo land. Honestly, there isn't much of a difference between an EC and a private condo, other than the fact that you need to fulfill some criteria when buying an EC. I think for the Tampines Street 94 private condo land, it mainly appeals to the people staying in the East unless you are looking at investment opportunity, which I feel is good as this location is really fantastic. As for the Street 95 EC land, from my experience of selling new EC, buyers usually come from all parts of Singapore regardless of where the location is, because we don't have a lot of choices when it comes to EC, especially if you are looking for EC in popular mature town like Tampines and near MRT some more. At the time of making this video, I honestly have no idea when these two condos will be launched, but I can almost be sure that it won't be launched in 2025 as we are closing the year soon with school holidays in November. I think the Street 94 private condo project may likely launch in January as Chinese New Year will be quite late in 2026. If not, then it should be launched in March period. For the Street 95 EC land, I believe it may be launched in the second quarter of 2026. If you are keen to get updated along the way, just drop me a WhatsApp at 969-39469. Let me give you an overview of the topic that I'll be sharing today. Number 1, project related detail. Number 2, location analysis. Number 3, schools. Number 4, transactions and performance of surrounding comparable project. Number 5, estimated price. And number 6, my take on both projects. Let's start with the project related detail. At this point of time, there are no information from the developer yet. There are no site plans and floor plan. I will keep you updated along the way with new information. But don't worry, the developers for these two new projects are very experienced and they are well known in giving good and efficient layout. Let's quickly run through the available project information that I have. For Tampines Street 94 private condo land, the developer is Hoi Hub. They are very established with over 40 years of experience. The recent portfolio of projects that they have done include Key Residences, the Continuum, Park Central Residences, Park Canberra, Sophia Hills, Novo Place, and many more. One of the latest condo that TOP earlier this year is Key Residences. You should go and take a look at the project, you will love it. The land size for this Street 94 plot is about 253,000 square feet. The land price is $1,400 per square foot per plot ratio. The developers are looking at an estimated of 595 units. We do not know of the unit mix at the moment, but I believe like many other new launches, there may be no one-bedroom unit for sale, or if not, it will be very limited. This is a mixed development condo that comes with commercial mall space for retail shops of about 113,000 square feet and a childcare center of approximately 7,000 square feet. The commercial mall will be managed by a single operator, hence we can almost be sure that there will be a tenant mix control to ensure it can cater well to the residents and outsiders as well. One important detail you need to know about this condo is that there is an underground access to connect the condo with Tampines West MRT, which I think is very thoughtful as I do not need to worry about getting wet when it's raining. For Tampines Street 95 EC land, the developer is Sim Lian, also a very established developer, and it has been in this industry since 1976. They started out as a construction company and branched into property development in 2001. Their portfolio includes Treasure at Tampines, Aurora of Tampines, Tampines Trillion, Emerald Katong, The Botany, Helium Residences, and many more. The land size for this EC land is about 242,000 square feet, almost the same size as the Street 94 condo land. Land price is $768 per square foot per plot ratio. It's much lower than the Street 94 land because this is an EC land. The developer is looking at an estimated of 560 units with a unit mix of 3 bedroom to 5 bedroom. For EC, we hardly have 1 and 2 bedroom as is catered for family planning. For the site plan and floor plan, as mentioned earlier, nothing is available at this moment, but I believe for both pieces of land, we should be expecting north-south orientated units. For the Street 94 private condo land, the north side should be facing the HDB across the main road, but the good thing is that the distance is actually quite far away. Some may ask, wouldn't it be noisy facing the main road? Yes, there'll definitely be some traffic noise as this is a main road, but it's inevitable. The south side will be facing the BTO, and we are not sure how much distance buffer we have at this point of time. For the Street 95 EC land, the north side will be facing the new BTOs. The south side should be better as it's facing lands which are zoned for healthcare and place of worship. So it's likely these are low-rise buildings. I know some may be concerned about the industrial properties over at the southeastern side, but don't worry, these factories won't be producing toxic fumes. The trades here are relatively clean as there is a food factory nearby, and a food factory's location must be away from sources of smoke, dust, and other contaminants to prevent food contamination and ensure product safety. So we are good. Next, I'll be talking about the location, and honestly, location for these two projects is one of the main focus if you ask me. I feel that the location for these two condos is damn good. Okay, good not in the sense of having the need to be centrally located in Singapore. For people living in the far eastern side of Singapore, Tampines being a mature estate with a lot of amenities and schools are perfect for families. Both condos are near to Tampines West MRT station, with the Tampines Street 94 condo land just directly opposite and comes with an underground access to the MRT. For the Street 95 ECN, all we need is to just cut across the new BTO to go to the underground access to MRT. PIE is just 2 to 3 minutes away, and you can access TP from PIE within a minute. For residents working in the northeast region like Punggol Digital District and Seletar Aerospace Hub, it will be very convenient for you. Then we have SAFRA Tampines, which is just 2 minutes walk away, and there are so many facilities in there that if you find the condo facilities inadequate, you can just go to SAFRA. We can find F&B shops in there, a big gym, swimming pool, bowling alley, tennis court, squash court, and importantly, pickleball courts, so you don't have to pickpocket at the HDB badminton court and make the HDB residents angry. Then if we walk about 10 minutes, we have Tampines Hub. Wow, this one, another place with many F&B shops, a hawker center, a regional library, and many more. Okay, the rest you can go and Google. Tampines Hub and SAFRA are already considered a powerhouse in this area, but we still have more when you conveniently take a one-stop train ride to Tampines MRT, where we have Century Square, Tampines Mall, and Tampines 1. Another perk of being in the mature estate, and importantly being at this part of Tampines West, also means that we are near to many cheaper food options in the hawker centers and coffee shops. First, with a 7 minutes walk, we have Tampines Brown Market, where we have a wet market and hawker center. Then in about 10 minutes walk, we have another hawker center in Tampines Hub. Not to forget that we are surrounded by coffee shops in Block 929, 802, Block 139, and a huge chunk from Block 820 to 829. Besides all these, how can we forget the landmarks of Tampines? Just a little further out at Tampines North area, we have IKEA, Courts, and Giant Hypermart along Tampines Avenue 10. If you want nature, we also have nature. But the reservoir is only 8 minutes walk away, and if you are sian of the reservoir, we have a huge chunk of parks at Sun Plaza Park and Tampines Eco Green. And don't think I'm talking cock. I have clients who stay in Tampines and walk to Pasir Ris Beach Park via Park Connector as well. For schools, I think the parents will be very happy because we have St. Hilda's Primary School within 1 km. If it's too popular for your kids to get in, don't worry, we still have Junyuan and Tampines Primary School. You can just walk there, save your time so you can sleep longer in the morning. Within 2 km, we also have popular primary school like Gongshang, Red Swastika, Hoi Jing, and Yunnan Primary School. To make your life even easier, we also have Temasek Poly, Tampines Meridian JC, Temasek JC, and Singapore University of Technology and Design nearby. You can basically stay here your whole life, don't need to move for schools. If you are still feeling rich after buying the condo, we have 2 international schools for you, United World College and Middleton International School. Let's move on to transactions and performance of surrounding comparable projects. I will start on the rental first. Honestly, with the MRT connectivity, I do see quite good rental demand over here. I'm just going to look at my closest competitor, Treasure at Tampines, and see how they fare for their 1 to 3 bedroom rental. 1 bedroom average rental is $2,744 per month, up to a highest of $3,300 per month. 2 bedroom average rental is $3,356 per month, up to a highest of $4,060 per month. 3 bedroom average rental is $4,450 per month, up to a highest of $5,200 per month. I think with the accessibility of MRT station and the nearby amenities, I believe we can easily get higher average rental. If you are to rent it out based on a 1.5% interest rate and 30 years loan tenure, most homeowners may not need to come up with cash component for the loan after utilizing their CPF OA monthly contribution. But we still have to go through a proper financial calculation to determine this. Moving on to the sales and profitability performance, for the ECs in Tampines, there is no doubt that we are making very good profits, and all are not as near to MRT station compared to the Street 95 plot. Up at Tampines, average profit is $337,000 and highest profit hits $956,000. City Life at Tampines, average profit is $571,000 and highest profit hits $1.654 million. The Tampines Trillion average profit is $493,000 and the highest profit hits $1.698 million. EC sees relatively higher profit because the entry price is lower and the holding period is much longer, with construction of 3 years plus 5 years MOP period. So by the time the owners are able to sell, the general uptrend market condition would have pushed up the selling price after 8 years of holding. For the private condo, I will do the same thing as rental by using the closest and newest competitor, Treasure at Tampines. For one bedroom, the average PSF is 1705 PSF and highest transacted is 1804 PSF. Profitability average at 133,000 up to 213,000. For two bedroom, the average PSF is 1701 PSF and highest transacted at 1987 PSF. Profitability average at $185,000 up to $346,000. For 3 bedroom, the average PSF is 1716 PSF and highest transacted is 1888 PSF. Profitability average at $361,000 up to $621,000. For 4 bedroom, the average PSF is 1745 PSF and the highest transacted is at 1923 PSF. Profitability average at $508,000 up to $752,000. For 5 bedroom, the average PSF is 1644 and the highest transacted is 1768 PSF. Profitability average at $769,000 up to $1.032 million. All unit types are making good average profit and all transactions are profitable, except for a 5-bedroom unit which was bought and sold in the same year of 2024. Coming to the estimated price, the price for the executive condo should be pretty much standard as the selling price are kind of restricted by the income ceiling and mortgage servicing ratio, or MSR as we know it. We have a good indicator here with Rivelle of Tampines, launched earlier this year and is also developed by the same developer, Sim Lian. The land price of Rivelle is $721 per square foot per plot ratio, which is $47 per square foot per plot ratio cheaper than the current land plot in Street 95. But I think it is safe to use the average price of Rivelle, which is $1767 per square foot, and the highest PSF is $1882 per square foot. Since the developer is the same, I will use the layout size for Rivelle to calculate the estimated quantum of the units in this Street 95 EC plot. 3-bedroom average price from $1.484 million to $1.673 million, 4-bedroom average price from $1.81 million to $2.13 million, 5-bedroom average from $2.4 million. As for the Street 94 private condo, I will draw reference from the recent launch of Parktown Residences at Tampines North. Parktown location is relatively good and it is an integrated development, having Cross Island Line Tampines North MRT station and bus interchange just at your doorstep. Other than that, there is also a shopping mall, a community club and a hawker center within the development as well. So I can see why people are paying premium for that. The average PSF is 2369 and the highest went up to 2605 PSF. For this Street 94 land plot, I kind of feel that we are in a better location, but maybe because it's not an integrated development, the analysts are giving it a lower average range of $2,000 to $2,200 per square foot. And I think we have a higher chance of hitting an average of $2,200 per square foot. To estimate the quantum, I'm using Parktown Residences unit as a reference. 1-bedroom average price, $1.01 million, 3-bedroom average price, $2.04 million, 4-bedroom average price, $2.94 million, and 5-bedroom average price, $3.69 million. Coming to the last part, and that is my take on these two new condos. Let's talk about the potential. We are surrounded by a wide array of commercial activities that will support and sustainably push property price up in this area. With more of these commercial activities, more people will want to move into this area, increasing demand both for purchase and rental. Let's see what will be happening to this area in the future. I won't go much into detail. Please check URA Master Plan for more information on what I'll be going through. For the development in the Changi region, First, Changi Aviation Park will be expanded with the development of Changi East Industrial Zone to cater to the new aviation-related sectors and businesses that rely on air connectivity to the world. Second, we have the expansion of Changi Airport, and that is the Terminal 5 construction. Third, we have Changi City, and that includes Changi Business Park and Changi Business Park expansion, Changi East Urban District, and Waterfront District that will be developed as an innovative business, lifestyle, and tourism hub. These are all very major transformations. In the immediate area, Tampines Regional Centre will also be expanded to have more offices and residential properties. Other than that, the current demand for the housing in this area is also supported by the surrounding office clusters, the schools, and hospitals. And they are aerospace and the oil and gas sector in Loyang, Changi Airport, Changi Business Park, SUTD, United World College, Middleton International School, Temasek Poly, the wafer fab industry near Tampines Avenue 10, which will also be expanded as well, and Changi General Hospital. Paya Lebar Airport will also be redeveloped next time, but I think for anything concrete to come up there, it may be well into the early 2040s period. Next potential, let's talk about the HDB estate. Tampines is the most established HDB estate in the East, with it being the first regional centre when Singapore first started the decentralization exercise. As of March 2024, Tampines is the most populated HDB estate in Singapore. It also has the highest number of 3-room flat, 4-room flat, 5-room flats, and executive flats combined. What do you smell? I smell upgraders. If you think Tampines mainly has old flats because it's a mature estate, then you need to re-look into this area again. Look at the map. The core of Tampines are mainly older flats. But if you look at how Tampines expands, the perimeter of Tampines are mainly made up of newer HDBs that are less than 15 years old. Many haven't even reached MOP, and a lot of them are under construction. Even the two plots of land at Street 94 and 95 are surrounded by all the new BTOs. Frankly, when these people want to upgrade within Tampines, don't you think they want to upgrade to a condo near MRT and all the amenities? Not to forget our brothers and sisters from Pasir Ris, Punggol, and Sengkang. From experience, I realized some patterns. People from Pasir Ris kind of like to move to Tampines. People from Punggol and Sengkang usually upgrade into two parts. First, the northern part, which is Sembawang, Yishun, and Woodlands. The other part is the eastern part, which is Tampines. So yes, we do get upgraders from these three HDB estates as well. The last point I want to make is that the concentration of the condos in Tampines are not near MRT station and do not have near access to Tampines Hub, SAFRA, and the malls at Tampines Central. And out of the three hawker centres in the whole of Tampines HDB estate, one is under construction at Parktown Residences, the other two hawkers are at Tampines Hub and Tampines Round Market, which are near to the two new lodges coming up. My conclusion is that other than this location being on the extreme east side of Singapore, which many of you may find it to be out of the way, I can't actually pinpoint what's not so good about this location as it checks most boxes. There are good schools nearby, MRT is just a short walk away, there's a wide array of amenities and food options, there's a reservoir and big parks nearby, it is of close proximity to Tampines Central area, plus if you see what's happening in these two plots of land, all the BTOs around here are under construction now, and by the time these two condos are completed, these BTOs would have completed as well, so we have minimal disturbance. Yes, I really do think that there is huge potential in both of these condos and it's definitely a place for long-term occupation. This video is a little long and I'm going to end it here. If you wish to get updates for these two new condos and visit the show flats when they open, WhatsApp me. That's all from me today. See you in the next video.